Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anime Happy Hour. We're doing episode 11. Woohoo! We're back from a little bit of a hiatus to bring you back all of the anime goods. And so we're going to start with introducing ourselves. I'm Brianne. And
I am Lindsay Ann Evans Stark. Back at you.
John Fragglepuss Evans here.
And this is Brittany Evans signing in.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, thanks.
All right. I guess we can just get started and kind of talk about what we've all been watching recently. I'll start with there's been a lot of good episodes or series that have come out this last spring, and I'm really into Erased. It's this like...
Who isn't?
I know. Oh, well.
Am I right?
All right, have you guys... Okay, of course, John. Thank you. It's kind of got this whole butterfly effect feel where there's a murder mystery involved and he's going back in time to try to save his mom in the future. It's just mind-blowing and amazing, and it's even got some comic relief. It's sweet. I'm losing my mind over it, really. I recommend it to pretty much everyone on the planet.
I think it's probably one of the most
It's one of the more popular ones, I think.
about anime of this season.
Yeah, and John and I have watched something really funny. Do you want to tell them about it?
Oh, yeah. Konosuba.
Yes.
It's God's blessing on this wonderful world, I believe is the full thing. But Konosuba, yeah, it's really funny. So this kid dies in the very first episode.
Oh, hilarious.
I know, it's so funny.
It is actually funny how he dies.
Yeah, you find out that it's quite hilarious how he dies. But then he ends up going to this other world. And it's kind of like an MMORPG, but it's real life.
Uh-huh.
And he's just totally pathetic, but he's with this group of ragtag people, and yeah,
You know,
it's so
classic.
funny. They do quests to get money so they can eat and have a place to stay, and they fight flying cabbages in one episode. And there's a girl that can only do one magic spell a day, but it's a super powerful spell, and oh, it's great.
It sounds really good.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
All right, Lindsay, what have you been watching?
Well, I powered through Salt Lake or SLC Anime's monthly anime for last month.
Oh,
Well, there's a lot of months there. We combined 2 months, so of course I watched and absolutely loved One Punch Man.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Yes.
Oh, finally.
I
So
know.
good.
I if you're out there and you have not seen One Punch Man, please. It got me with the giant crab with nipples.
Oh, yeah.
First episode, so it gets you quick. One Punch Man. Let's see. We watched some Vampire Hunter D, going a little more old school. I'm not going to say my opinion about it because I feel like it might be blasphemous to some. We'll just say it wasn't necessarily my favorite vampire anime, and as you all know, I love vampire anime. Then on my own, I have been watching quite a few anime for the upcoming panel, a whole bunch that have come out in the previous seasons. One that I heard a whole bunch about, and I'm glad that I'm finally watching, is Overlord. It's fun. It's ridiculous, and I'm a big gamer, so it kind of falls right into that genre of anime that I love.
Nice.
So yeah, there's some. The list is endless, but I won't drown on. Those are kind of the big ones I've been really into.
Yeah.
John, what about
Oh,
you?
me.
Oh.
Tell us.
Also for SLC Anime, we watched Outlaw Star. And so another, couple years old and whatnot. And there were some good parts to it and funny bits. Cowboys in space, so they say.
Which I tend to like.
In the same vein as
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Or if you're into the the live action stuff, Firefly.
Live action, what's that?
Yeah.
Who's got time?
Yeah. I mean, there's this hilarious cactus
I'll
in the
find
show.
the time.
It's great.
Sorry, that's my computer.
Brittany, what have you been watching?
What haven't I been watching?
Oh, tell
No,
us.
Just kidding. Lots of stuff. There's a lot out there. I've been watching Schwarzenmarken,
Oh,
Yeah.
bless you.
which is a really great mecha military style anime with it's a different take on mecha that I like. It's not the, kind of classic like, oh, here's this young guy who has no previous experience, but somehow he's really great at doing stuff. It actually involves like skill and has a little bit of a different plot than a lot of the mecha that you watch. And then I've been watching Attack on Titan Junior High, which is so funny. Oh my god. It's so silly.
So it's like as,
It's not
as
even-
dark and serious as the real Attack on Titan is how funny and adorable.
Yeah, it's just silly. They're just like little chibi peeps.
Cute.
Little chibis running around, and they go to this. It's still the same, like, it's the same universe, but totally different because they're going to junior high, and they walk in, and it's all the same characters, but like, and so they play off these things that, like, if you watched Attack on Titan, then you kind of get these inside jokes, but then it's really funny anyways, even if you hadn't seen it. Like, they have this mission where they have to go get
A Titan?
no, not a Titan. They get lost in the Titan Junior High because it's like half Titan Junior High and half person.
Wait, they're
junior
going
high.
to school with...
They're not going to school with them. They're like in the same area, but like all the Titan school is huge, so they get lost in there, and all the things are huge. And like this protractor falls off a desk and hits Eren in the head, and then blood just starts gushing out. But then he's just running around with a giant protractor stuck in his head.
I'm intrigued.
It's so weird. It's so like beyond anything. Like, and they get so upset, and he's like, "You've wronged me," like to the Titans, and it's because they stole his lunch. It's so funny. When the Titans attack, they just eat all their lunches. They don't eat people. And the first time you see it, like one of the Titans,
fantastic.
he puts one of the people in his mouth, and you're like, "Oh my god, he's gonna eat him!" But then he spits the person out, but his lunch is gone. It's so funny. It's really funny. So yeah, I've been watching a bunch of other stuff too, but those are probably my two favorite.
Nice. Well, yeah. John, do you want to kind of get us started into our favorite topic of the day?
Oh yeah. So our main course for today is going to be AMVs, or anime music videos.
Yay!
Bum bum bum.
And so, Brianne, why'd you pick this topic?
Well, because when I first started getting into anime, one of the first events at a convention I ever went to was an AMV contest. And that's kind of where I got the ideas of things I wanted to watch, which is kind of what we all do, is teach and help people what they should be watching if they're new to anime. And so I thought it'd be good for us to talk about that too, as another way of, introducing anime to our friends and family, or just like, watch this. Does it intrigue? Like today, even Brittany and I showed an AMV to one of her coworkers, and he's like, "Oh, this looks like a really cool anime. I want to watch it." I'm like, "Yes, the power of
And
AMV."
that's what it does. It
It's
draws
true.
you in, even though you don't know what's going on.
You have no,
Well-
and they can tell a story, or
Well, I think of it as, it's really hit or miss when you look up a trailer for anime, whether it's going to be, informative as to whether you want to watch it or not.
or in any type of subtitles. Sometimes there's just
Exactly.
nothing.
So sometimes AMVs just give you just more in-depth idea of what kind of anime you're going to be getting into. Although you have to be so careful, because I remember the first time I was at an anime convention, there was a big spoiler of the last episode of One Piece, and people lost their freaking minds. Like, people were going
do that.
insane. Like, I feel like because a lot of people who watch One Piece, it's kind of a badge of honor to get all the way to the end of it.
I am not
So-
included in that.
Yeah, we all got a sneak peek.
But at the same time, AMVs can be misleading and make an anime look cooler than it is. I've had that problem before. It's like, oh,
Yeah, and at the start of AMV contests or competitions, it seems like they have a million warnings up there, like, warning, this will contain spoilers, a million times, but still. Something like One Piece.
Yeah, that's a pretty
spoil
big
the end of
spoiler. Yeah, people were not happy.
Yeah. So, yeah, just a little introduction to AMVs. Because, like, I think it was all of us at least started watching AMVs based on going to an anime convention and seeing them there. So, but for those of you that are brand new to AMVs or haven't heard of them, whatever, AMV is an anime music video, which is a fan-made music video of one or more anime set to an audio track. And, AMVs themselves will be categorized into, the comedy, the drama, romance, all the
Miscellaneous. I like that one. Grab bag.
Category X, they call it.
Or various.
That's scary.
Oh yeah, that anime
I
various.
was like, what is this anime various? They keep telling me. I was new.
Yeah.
I thought it sounds like an anime.
What a noob.
No, think about all the weird anime names.
No, I could see that.
Yeah. So, and a big part or a big thing with AMVs are these AMV competitions or contests that they have at most anime conventions. It's kind of a staple and usually one of the biggest parts of an anime convention. And they give away prizes for winners of categories and best in show, viewers' choice, all that. And so, kind of an interesting thing is the first AMV was made in 1982.
That blows my mind. Can you imagine like VCR? Like I can't imagine the process that went into
So
that.
yeah, that's exactly how it was done, was by hooking up two VCRs.
Perfect.
And so, I'm going to butcher this name, but Jim Capaztas hooked up two VCRs.
Pastas.
And he edited the most violent scenes of the anime Star Blazers to All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. So from the beginning, AMVs have had that bit of quirkiness to them and everything. I just think that was great, and I thought it was so funny.
That's awesome.
And one other interesting little tidbit is that AMVs are actually not really popular in Japan, but out in the West, like the US, is where they're really popular.
I read that too. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That makes sense. We need things.
We're
quick.
visual. Us Westerners, we like sound and visuals.
Yeah. And,
Bright colors, shiny things,
And so, yeah, AMV contests, like I said, they give away awards for, best in category, best in show. And the judging kind of depends on the category. If it's a comedy AMV, then if the humor is spot on and things like that. On a drama or romance type AMV, a lot of the times if it tells a story, which is kind of hard to do if you're taking a whole anime and putting it into, a 3-minute, 2-minute AMV.
Right.
And you tell a story. The mixing of the song choice with the AMV, if it's fitting.
Yeah.
And the big thing, of course, is the editing, to make sure the editing is on. So one big category is dance AMVs. And so if the dancing is convincing, like it hits on the beat with the music.
That is one of the things when that is right, it's like, this is good. Because that would be so hard to find, like, the right sequences that have the same beat that's going with your...
Same tempo.
Like, all of that. Like, that... When that syncs together like that, you're just like, these guys are good. Like,
I know. It looks like they're
holy
dancing
crap.
to them. Yeah.
I get super impressed. That's for sure.
Like it looks,
Also, when they're able to sync up like mouth movements really well.
Yeah.
Like not just the fact that they're talking at the same time vocals are going, but that like it looks like
they're singing.
they're actually singing because it goes with it so well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's kind of just a little bit of history about AMVs. And like we kind of touched on, I like AMVs because they can get you interested in a new anime, like where you'll see an AMV at the AMV contest, and it's like, oh, this is an AMV on Usagi Drop, and now I have to watch that immediately after seeing that AMV, which is exactly what happened. The AMV is called Ivy Bridge.
And it's so cute, and it's so as cute as the show.
Oh, I think it's almost better. The AMV was so powerful with the song.
the song.
I
and
cry every time.
it
and
tells
it
the
can-
story of that show.
Oh, it's so cute.
And they can do the opposite. I never want to watch Wolf Children. I
That's
know it's
true.
amazing and lovely and wonderful.
But if I'm gonna cry in an AMV, I'm not watching.
I don't
that
know if
show.
I can do it. I don't know if my heart can take it.
You should watch it though. It's really good.
I know I should, but I can't.
We saw it at Anime Bonsai, and we were both crying.
That's right.
It was a very sad
They can-
AMV, and I'm just like, I can't watch this show in real life. It will break my heart.
Last time I was
It's
in
pretty
Japantown, when I was there for work, I went into a shop and they were playing it on the TV, and I started watching a little bit, and I started getting teary there, and I was just like, no, I can't.
Must leave.
The feels. Oh my gosh. Another one like that is an AMV on To the Forest of Firefly Lights. The AMV is called You Can Be King Again. Ugh.
Oh crap!
It-
That already made my heart go.
So this AMV is very spoiler heavy, so I'd watch it after you watch the movie. But oh my gosh.
The
it
movie
just-
Grave of the Fireflies.
No, To the Forest of Firefly Lights.
Oh, the one with the mask guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
You know, and the reason. So I picked that anime for our club, and I picked that because I saw it on an AMV, and I wanted to see what it was all about. Unfortunately, it also broke my heart, but it's lovely.
Oh,
So
that
you
show
don't
is so
even
sad.
realize how much AMVs have influenced you. Like, I didn't think about it until I was like, wow, a lot of, like, when John and I watched Kuroko no Basket, it's only because we saw the lightning in an AMV, like, where they just kept showing, like, what is this weird?
What
The
is going
sweat.
on?
There
Why
was
are they
so
so
much
sweaty?
sweat. Like, this is stupid. Okay, fine, we'll watch it.
Oh.
And of course, it was amazing.
Another one is a Red Line AMV
Oh
called
yeah.
Ride or Die, which the song is something that I would never listen to on my own. But I watched the AMV and the music choice is so fitting. It's perfect. And then, yeah, I saw the Red Line, the animation in that, and just the way it's done. And so went out and immediately watched the film. It's great. Everyone should watch it.
I love that. I love when like, oh, what was that show that you saw the AMV that we saw the AMV where they had the little like tanks and things on their heads?
Oh, Plastic Nissan.
Oh yeah.
That's right. And we were just like, this is ridiculous and so goofy. Like, what anime is this? I've never even seen this. And it's so fun to like have those things come up. I found, when I was researching for this, I found this, I found two separate AMVs that I loved both of them. And they both had, one of them was strictly this anime called Nichiju, or My Ordinary Life in North America.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So one of them, it's so funny. It's called Effective Schoolgirls. And it's like scream metal, like scream metal. But it think about an anime, all the times when like they go into that face where like their mouth is huge and their eyes are squinty and there's like big lines around them and they're just yelling. It takes like all those parts out of the anime and it uses it so well. And there's all these times where she's like pounding on her desk in her classroom and it's like this really hardcore metal and in a Japanese classroom. It's so funny. And it looks so cute. I'm like, I want to see these girls. I want to see what this is all about. And then this is probably in my top 5 right now AMVs that I've seen. It's called Dirty Fantasy.
Of course, that's it.
Yeah,
Oh my.
it's great.
I liked it.
I showed Brienne.
Oh.
It's got the main
It's
girl.
really
It's
good.
a mashup of lots of anime, but the main theme is it's the main girl from Nichiju, and she's constantly, I guess, in the anime, constantly drawing pictures of like muscly men and like daydreaming about boys and stuff. So it has that as a common thread, but the boys she's fantasizing about are like my 2 anime boyfriends, the leader of Nudist Beach and Kill la Kill, like when his shirt's always falling off of him. And then in Food Wars, the student who always walks around in just an apron and nothing else.
And it has my free boys.
It's got the
good.
boys from Free.
They're so
It's
cool.
got some anime that I've never seen before where they're like in a band and when they start playing their instruments, their clothes melt off and then they're like wrapped up in like rocker clothes. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. And the song is called Tap That.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny.
Oh, they're great.
It's really good.
I think it's funny and it's great when when AMVs turn an anime into a different type of anime or something like that.
They use it as a narrative.
Like there was one I saw, I can't think of the name, but it set the anime Another and made it a comedy.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine
I
how
know.
you would do that.
So it's so funny when you, to be able to change the whole tone and genre of an anime in an
That's
AMV.
so funny.
It's just,
Well, and like, if you just are wanting a quick laugh, AMV Hells, where it's just tiny clips, and they're usually not even songs; they're more just people talking.
Yeah, so that's a whole nother set of I guess type of AMV are the compilations.
Compilations.
Like AMV Hell or AMV Salad are the two that come to mind. There's others out there, but they'll be about 30-second clips or less, and then they'll be put together into a big compilation of, up to an hour long. But it's so funny because, they'll be set to all sorts of different stuff, and, whether it's just a monologue or a little bit of a song.
Have you ever watched those?
I haven't.
Oh my gosh.
Or I possibly have, but
We'll
didn't
watch
realize
some
what
later.
I was watching. I don't know. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, we first were introduced to it, Brianne and I, at Anime Expo in their AMV room where they play AMVs the whole time
Holy crap.
with different blocks that are different things. It's
It
great.
smelled really good in there.
Oh, I bet it did.
Like success.
But yeah, so we first saw it there, and then since then we've found as many as we could because they're so funny. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're great. So yeah, AMV, I guess compilations are just, they're so much fun, and they're all parody and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I found this other one. It's so funny. It's if anyone's seen Space Dandy, it's already a really fun kind of vibrant show. It's very episodic, and there's a lot going on. But it's just kind of this mashup to Uptown Funk. And it is so good. It's such a perfect fit.
I was going to say, that seems like a perfect song
I
for
love
that.
when you find the perfect fit for the anime. It's like that. It almost seems like that should be the opening theme song. It's so good. And that's one where they have a lot of dancing and stuff that syncs up to it so good.
There must be a lot that do Uptown Funk because I found a dance AMV that does it to that song and it's spot on.
I mean, I guess it's kind of a real basic, just boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Well, I mean, and now there's so many. People don't realize how easy. Sometimes John and I are just like, okay, I like this AMV and I like this song. Let's see if we can find them together. And majority of the time, we really can
You can find an anime that
matches up a song I like.
Well, there's so many out there, and that's one of the hardest parts for me. I was trying to find an Attack on Titan one that I really liked because I love Attack on Titan. But all the songs are so emo. It's just every song's oh, my heart is broken. It's oh my
Well,
god.
Brittany, they're expressing their feelings.
I know,
I'm
but
sorry.
I just want I'm gonna look up. I need to find one of Mikasa just kicking ass. I want it to be all about some lady song about kicking ass.
Well,
that sounds good.
Have you
That's all I want.
seen a good Bad Blood with Kill la Kill?
I have seen it.
Don't like it?
I just don't like that song.
Okay. I
like-
Taylor.
There's just no pleasing you, is there?
There is. There's a Kill la Kill one called with a capital T, and that stands for trouble. It's a really good one. The beginning of it's all about friendship, sort of, and so it's all Mako and Ryoku hanging out together, and then it's all about being a badass.
Yeah.
So speaking of fighting AMVs,
Oh.
I don't know, kind of whatever. I'm going with it. Just take it for what it is. So Ultra Fighting Bros
What is that?
Oh, you've
is
seen it.
an AMV. Yeah, you've seen it. So
Have I?
So this is an AMV that uses a mashup of a bunch of anime, and it sets it so that it's like a video game. Video game,
Oh, that's
so
like
good.
a fighting game, and so it'll have characters from different
Like Mortal
anime.
Kombat style. Right?
There's guts.
Yeah,
Guts
sure.
is in it.
So yeah, a bunch of different anime, and they mash them together so it looks like the characters are fighting each other, even though they're from different anime. It is amazing. There's health bars up top. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
You would never guess who comes out the victor.
no, it's so great. Oh my gosh, I love that one. And that's one that's part of a group called Pixel Blended Studios, which is an AMV studio. There's a couple different editors, and they are Pixel Blended Studios, so check their stuff out. They also did that Ivy Bridge AMV for Usagi Drop, and they do a bunch of other ones as well.
I think a couple of the ones that I really like are through them.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were, but after a while of watching AMVs, I was like, I keep seeing this at the start of the AMV, and so yeah, they do a great job, at least according to my taste, I guess.
No, that's one of my favorites. They played that at Bonsai last year. I was very excited.
Oh, it was so
The
good.
AMVs at Bonsai, it was fun. It was a compilation of the best, or the winners for the
Last 10 years.
last 10 years. So there were some real good ones.
What was that one about the boobies and the butts?
Oh, so that one. Of course, we all know which
I
one
love
you're
that
talking
one.
about. So there's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a mini genre maybe even of like putting together beach episodes of anime.
Yeah,
So it
because there's
looks
always a beach episode.
Because there always is, and there's so many. So they put it together, and it looks just like a fun summer time. And they put it to a song that's fitting. And so there's one that's called Hot Summer Anime Nights, which I found in, oh my gosh, fan service through the roof. So if that's what you're into, check it out. But no, it's clever. But the one you're referring to is called Super Summer. And yes, it's all your favorite things. The boobs, the butts, just in summertime. Everyone's dancing.
It's
so
such a
funny.
catchy song, too.
Yeah. Yeah. And it uses 13 different anime in it. So, and it looks like everyone's
so
dancing
funny.
together, and yeah.
So talking about weird and somewhat inappropriate, Sora no Otoshimono, or the Flying Panty song.
What?
Just watch it. there's no better way to explain it than it's the Flying Panty song. It is ridiculous and amazing.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that's my
Oh my
envy.
gosh.
No, it's just sometimes when you need to explain the ridiculousness of some Japanese animation and you have to put a visual to it, pull up this AMV.
Maybe I will.
Perfect.
Oh, I need to do a little research, see if there's some funny like hot springs compilations.
Oh, I'm
there's
sure.
gotta be.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I love seeing things like that.
Where it's like, especially if it's like a really significant like anime like trope.
Like, there's a hole in the wall. It's the whole
Staring
time,
out the
just
window.
everyone peeking,
Oh yeah.
climbing over.
Nosebleeds for days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'd be so funny. A nosebleed one.
Oh, that would be. I've seen one that's like that. The one I saw wasn't that good, but I thought that would be so clever, and so I've seen at least one.
It's happened.
So one AMV that I think is actually Brienne's favorite. It's a Madoka Magica one. It's called The Night Magi Cometh. And so it combines the Nightman or Dayman song from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, this like remix kind of techno-ish version of it, and puts it into Madoka Magica. And the editing is just
It's spot
perfect.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
It's such a good AMV, and that's one that I saw after watching Madoka Magica, and it just made me love the show even more.
on. I love Madoka Magica.
It is such
Well,
a good show.
sorry. Do you remember the one that we really liked about Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh yeah, so
Did you have that one?
oh yeah,
Okay, good.
I have that on the list because that one, it's called Al's Time of Dying. It's
amazing.
Full Metal Alchemist, and that's one that we watched, and then we thought we have to watch the show because I started getting all emotional while I'm watching it because it's just
That's when
so
you know it's going to be good.
it's so intense. And once again, the song choice is a song that I wouldn't listen to otherwise.
Yeah.
But it fit the AMV perfectly, and yeah, it was great.
no.
And so we, after watching that AMV, went out and started watching Full Metal Alchemist. Finished it, I think, in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's the best.
Oh, that for our last Ghibli panel we did, we had that great AMV that was a mashup of
Ghibli movies.
all the Ghibli movies.
Yeah, that
And
gets
was
you in the feels.
So good.
Oh, so
I
good.
wish I could tell you the name of it, but I don't
Oh
have
my
it on
gosh,
hand.
I had goosebumps, and it wasn't just from watching it one time. Because we watched it several times getting ready for the panel. Every time I'm just like, whoa, goosebumps.
Oh,
it's so good.
I'll post it on our Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was working on that at work, and I was getting all emotional. I didn't know what was wrong.
One thing I did want to
okay.
bring up is that while I was, a lot of times when I'm looking for new AMVs, there's a really great YouTube channel called The Best AMVs of All Time. It's a really good, like she or he, the person who runs it, has different categories like dance and fun and drama and action, and there's just hundreds of AMVs to choose from. So it's a really great resource as well.
And if you're also interested, you can check out animemusicvideos.org.
Oh,
You can guess what's on there. All AMVs. One last thing from me. Dance AMVs, like we were saying earlier, they can be done so well, and they can be so much fun to watch. So a couple, one named Yeah Yeah.
oh, nice.
That's MMM space MMM
Space.
space Yeah Yeah. So it's probably my favorite dance AMV. They do a great job. Another one is called AMV Dance, and it's to shake it off. Very clever. And yeah, that's what I got.
Get
Awesome.
your dance on.
Get your dance on.
Yeah, I mean, I usually just do YouTube searches, but I like having a specific place to go to. That'd be
Well, and it's fun. I'll be at work, and I need to just lighten up. Watch some anime, listen to some music. So I'll just turn some on my phone and listen.
Yeah.
Just adding to what my coworkers think of me, that I'm awesome.
naturally. All right.
So yeah, I think in conclusion, just AMVs are fantastic. They can be like a nice trailer to a new anime that you want to watch to see if you'll be interested in it, and
And
They're-
sometimes just a great way to highlight some of your favorite anime. Like if you want to just like get a little pick me up of your favorite anime.
some new material.
Or when you finish one and you just want more.
Yeah.
I need something.
Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, let's start giving out some shout outs and conclude up our episode here. For me, I just wanted to thank my family. You guys are the best, and I've enjoyed doing
Aw.
anime with you.
Aw.
It's the best.
No, you're the best.
No, it's you.
I want to give a shout out to everybody out there in listener land. Thank you for coming back after our brief hiatus. We've come back with a new format that I think is going to hit you with nonstop anime action.
Exciting.
All right, great.
Awesome. I just want to give a shout out to the anime club, SLC Anime. It's great to have a group of people to talk about anime and nerd out adequately once a month. And also to my boyfriend Scott for helping us with the audio,
Thanks, Scott.
Go, Scott.
and my son Ian for being awesome.
All right, and this is Brianne Evans saying, "Keep watching anime, you sly devils."
And this is Lindsay and Evan Stark signing off saying, hey, you, go watch some shoujo. Bye-bye.
This is John. See ya.
All right, this is Brittany saying, see you next time. Boo, 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 boo. Boop,
Ding
boop,
dong
boop,
dong,
boop,
ding
boop,
dong dong
boop,
dong dong
boop,
dong
boop,
dong
boop, 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 boop.
Fart noise.
Look.